Abraham Lincoln, as we know it, defined democracy as government of the people, for the people, and by the people. In the last 18 years, Nigeria has had a democracy, but in the last 2 years, we've had a democracy under the APC. On today's episode of Streetizens, we're going to be asking the citizens if they know the achievements of the government. It is Mr. T. Tega, and this is Streetizens, and I say welcome to Omojuwe TV. So the present government just celebrated 2 years being in power. Okay. What do you think has been the achievement in the last 2 years?
I don't know. I've not seen any achievement so far. Everybody's complaining. We're all you yourself, you know now. You know how the country is. Everywhere tight. It's not easy. People are eating from hand. We're not looking for money to build house now. It's money to eat. We are looking for money to chop. If we don't chop, then everything fall out. We stay hustling. But I know that everything will work out well. I mean, I believe in God, and I know that whatever that is happening now, this is not the first time it has happened before. So it's only the strong people, only the people that know how to manage. They are the only ones that can pass through this successfully. God is helping us. I know everything will turn out fine. Buhari is trying, as a president, is trying, but we all know that he's not feeling fine. He cannot kill himself. But then everything will work out well.
Personally, I have not seen any progress. To be sincere, I've not seen any progress. And what I can really say now is that the way the government is going, things need to change, like the real change. Because this is not the kind of change we expect right from the time they started saying about this change and all that.
You see, I must be very sincere and honest. If I say they have not tried their best in the terms of security matters, I think I will not be too fair to them. They have been trying to see that the insurgency is being contained, but I think it has been a continued process, because even the last administration almost was containing the very insurgency before this administration. So they are continuing, and they are doing substantially well. But in terms of the headsmen that are now attacking everybody, outside the northeast, I think it has rather increased than decreased. The headsmen attack here and there, and all these are security matters. So you do not only take one part of the country in isolation and say there is element of decrease in terms of security threats, and then leave the other ones that we now have increases, or rising substantial threats to security in other part of the country.
The only achievement here we have is just in terms of security, which they are trying their best. But in terms of economic, I think they should step up and other things like that.
Well, different persons with their own opinions. But for me, there have been no achievements at all. Like, we've not seen any change. The change we expected is nowhere to be found.
They have really put in their best, particularly the area of corruption. Because we've been seeing in the past government, the way this present administration hammering on corruption. There's no any government that has ever been tackling corruption the way they are doing. And that's the aspect of corruption. And at the same time, they were able to sanitize our economy in such a way that most people that has been made away with our money, at least one way or the other, some of them were being tailed, and some of those money were recovered.
President, for the last 2 years, he do good. Yes, and with the IP, for the thing where they happen, President, they try well.
The government has really tried. Some of the promises were fulfilled, and some are still remaining. But the key things this present government promised when they were campaigning: security, corruption, and unemployment, that they are going to tackle those three things. And if you look at it, they have really tried in terms of security and in terms of anti-corruption, corruption too. They are trying. So that is presently, to me, I will be scoring this present government 75%.
I've not seen any achievement to Roha. Even the graduates are suffering. No job, nothing. We are not achieving anything in this government now. There's nothing good coming out of it.
Not to be partial, you understand? To their own aspect, they are doing their work. This administration actually took over from another administration. We don't expect magic, but with what we see, the trend now, could you just imagine fuel price? They are asking of increment. What the United States is talking about after 50 years of independence, you are bringing it. After some years of independence, you are bringing it at 150. You know? So the administration, they are trying their best, but it is not enough. It is not enough. But if we give them time, maybe they will do better. But for me, they are not doing their best. The best is not good enough.
This present government don't dey power for the last 2 years. So I want to ask you, what do you think will be their achievement?
That would be a difficult one to answer, but so far so good. I think in the area of power, at least we begin to see stability and electricity. To some extent, though the tariffs are still high. What again can I say? In terms of security, at least now we used to know what it used to be, bomb blasts here and there, but now we are beginning to gain that stability. Though people are still hungry, the economy is still bad, it's still in a very bad shape. But so far so good. I think they have done well in these certain areas.
Well, presently, I don't think the man has really worked, if you ask me. He's just fighting corruption. And corruption to some extent, well, he has tried, but the economy is suffering seriously. So I don't think, well, to me, it has not really worked. It has not really worked.
No achievement for now. They promise us so many things. Get the point? So, all what they promise, they have not done anyone. The anti-graft war, they plan to fight. They are directly in one channel. Assuming it goes round, at least they would have won. And later they say that corruption is fighting back. Why won't corruption fight back when they are fighting corruption in one-sided? If they fight corruption in both-sided, understand me, corruption can never fight back. You get the point? So the job they promise, like in their billboard, APC billboard, the job they promise is nowhere to be found. We have so many jobless youth in this country. And again, Buhari promised the youth. He promised the youth so many things, understand me. But today, the cabinet members in his cabinet, have you seen any man of 40 years old here? Almost all of them are just 70s, 60s. No 30, no. But when he ruled 1980s, when he ruled in a military regime, how old was he? If it were me, if I'm Buhari today, understand me, what I would do is to bring in the youth to move on this country than all this propaganda we are seeing everywhere.
I think if you look at what has been happening in the country so far, before this government came in, we had the issue of security, Boko Haram issue, and corruption issue. I believe they've done so well in terms of fighting corruption and security. You can see now we can walk freely now. No issue of Boko Haram here and there, bombing. And I think they can score them well on that. So in terms of unemployment, they are trying to put things in place. With the kind of what they've put in place in terms of agriculture, all this intervention fund government are giving to people to empower them to do so many things about when it comes to agriculture and all that. So I think they've done so well. So something that's been bad for so long, you can't expect them to have done more than what I've done. So I think I would score them well for now. So to me, they've done well.
What I have to say, people are suffering because of this present government now. In short, I particularly am suffering because of the present government. Even though my car, even though it was before, I would have changed this car. I don't have a car more than one year. But now this is getting to 2 years now. I haven't changed it. Things are getting harder.
The achievement of the new government is a new development, but the new development cannot take imposed. It's gradually, by first step, second step. But the new government should try and consider, we have so many of unemployment in the country, and there's no insufficient of food to the citizens. So please, my government should work towards that.
Well, this present government now, we pray for them to come, and they come, we don't see anything change. We've been expecting change now for more than 1 year, and so we are tired of this change. So now we're expecting another government to come and vote for them, because this government they already disappointed us. I follow vote for change, but the change did not make sense to us at all. We are facing lots of problems.
It is still Streetizens on Omojuwa TV. You've heard the opinions of Nigerians on the present government. A couple of them have said they've done a good job, a couple of them have said they've done nothing, and a couple of them have said the government is a work in progress. It is still Streetizens. It is Mr. T. Tigger. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next episode of Streetizens. Go on and be great.